so many of my brothers and friends are in the crowd. And it is very difficult for me to single out everyone, including my colleagues in the Senate and my friend across. There are some eminent writers around too that I've seen their work either in the newspaper or other sources. I'm grateful to God Almighty for us being together this afternoon. Even if you had been with me from January or from February or from March, April, May, you are still my brothers and sisters. I know deep down your heart, you watched the election drama played out. So many of you voted for me. Those who disagree with me voted the other way, but I'm here. And I thank all of you, particularly God Almighty, for placing me here. I've listened to the statistics. Yes, you voted massively for me. I got here with that mandate. But that shouldn't be the end of it. So for you to come this time of the year to congratulate me, combined prayers and fellowship for the first year in office, you have making early strikes to remind me of my promise to pay attention to the need of Nigeria. Yes, identity problem is the North or the South. To me, I don't see that. I see humanity. All God has put us together. There's no doubt that we are going to be one. Let me allude to something that happened yesterday. The change of national anthem. Nigeria will hate it. Some people say, okay, say what? Hey, is that your priority? It's my priority. I agree with the National Assembly. If they make law, I got to obey that law. Or we disagree openly and close the chapter. But the question of diversity, who gave us the name Nigeria? Is it not Britain or somewhere? Have we changed our name? We are Nigerians. Our passport shows that. As long as we are Nigerians and one family, we remain and protect our diversity and love one another as brothers and sisters. Thank you, sir. For all that you are doing, for Nigeria to be united. I'm glad the SGF had mentioned the appointment. I don't see it as the North and South. I see it as a Nigerian project. The question of who you are, you have no control over it. It is God Almighty that put you in that particular place and make you a member of that family. You have no control over it. When I came begging for votes, I didn't say vote for me as a Yoruba man. I say vote for me as a Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of you, accept me. And I could see the result I'm hanging on to that mandate jealously. And I'm working my heart out. And I promise you, I still work harder. The question of out of school children is unacceptable. Education is a tool against poverty. That brought so many of us here. Alhaji Dalatu, as a lawyer, made it clear when we were, conspiring for politics, that if we give opportunity to any one of us, we should make sure that we develop the backbone of Nigerian economy. Thank you. I didn't forget those remarks. You said you are not used to fighting government. You've taken the appointment. We should collaborate with you. And here we are. We're still building Nigeria. And I'm glad you are here today, emphasizing the need for development. Yes, what you mentioned in your remark is true. The infrastructure decay is unacceptable. The reflection of poverty in the north is unacceptable. It is the interest of Nigeria to make sure that we pay attention to the cause and eradicate the reason for that situation. Because this country reflected our diversity. As long as we are together, and we have to be together, we have to pay attention to every nook and cranny of the country. Not from the north, we are from the south, we are from the south, and everything. It's a matter of constitutional cheating. We will see ourselves as one. Our diversity is not unique to us. We get over it. And our strength and opportunity is in our population. One thing I need to really appeal for. I want to thank so many of my colleagues in the cabinet. Yes, I'm the boss, I chose them. I can relieve them of their duty anytime I feel they are failing. But we are together talking about Nigeria. We are not talking about just one school in Sokoto or Jigawa. We are talking about education throughout the country. And we're looking for a day that we will be able to send that girl from Isaleko to Karanamuda boarding school and feel safe and secured. That brings me to an NSA, no Ribadu. Working for the security, peace and stability of this country. Thank you very much. You are doing a good job. It's not easy. Banditry. Everything may be smooth. You will see in the last few weeks and months is going down. But it takes one strike Everybody wants to be secured. We need to invest more in technology. And it is very expensive. We will do it. I promise you. We will put our heart and soul in place to ensure Nigeria is secured and the citizens are protected. On the project mentioned, the AKK project, the dredging of Niger River, we want to be able to navigate the waterways. But we are creating a base, infrastructure fund that is necessary to accept and shorten the timeline that it takes to bring the goods and services up north to the south. If you shorten the hours and the number of days it would take to travel from far north to Lagos, Ibadan, population areas for food security, you know, the better we shorten the travel time, the more prosperous we will get as a Nigerian. All the agricultural programs that we have is with carry. I saw you in Jigawa talking about weeds and all of that on TV. What is an elixir is housing industry that will create jobs. But until we secure those lands and create the opportunity, it is very, very difficult to actualize our dreams. We have to fight the security problem so that people can earn a decent living out of agriculture, housing, construction industry, and road development. Dear brothers and sisters, yes, I am in charge here today, but we are running a constitutional democracy. And we are put to you to summon the governors some of them, call them up. I'm doing my best to improve the revenue of the country and giving them their due. But they must equally be sympathetic to the populace, and they must consider the need of the local people. People reside in the local government. People are in the local community. That is where they reside. That is where they feed. That is where they garden. That is where they cook. That's where they farm. If the local government are not free and the leaders don't hang on to the number, we have 774 local government. It's just a number. Is it effective? Is it reaching the real people? Who is being held accountable for this money? Maybe we should look and recalibrate what version that was good 4 years ago might not be good today. And when we won the votes, we go to the locals. When we get the vote, we move to Abuja. I think we have to collectively join hands. I need for you to get us a committee of people that can really embark on the campaign for our value to change. Our brothers and sisters, it is disheartening watching the TV and see the number of people in IDPs. No sincere leader in this country will be happy seeing that. We have to pull together to rescue Nigeria from banditry. Yes, we know we are making progress, but we want to eliminate that one completely. The food security cannot be achieved without putting in place the needed security. And we must work on that together. For example, there's a big economy that is being a problem to Nigeria. The livestock and animal husbandry. Ordinary dairy farm can grow an economy. Not to talk of yogurt and many other things that can come from animal. Talk to the governors. Let them make lands available. Talk to others to collaborate with, the state. The lands are in the hand of the state governors. They can make provision for it. We are ready to put fund in place to help the herders rear the animal in a very, very, very polite way. We can do it, and we are going to do it. If Brazilians are doing it, if they are doing it in Holland and other places, we can do it. Yes, I hear you about the gas plant. The cash flow is a problem. We are taking revolutionary, steps to really improve our gas output, and that is why we separate gas from oil. And flaring is going down, and if we can invest in the AKK, we will arrive at our destination earlier than expected. You are not wrong in making that request. It is an investment that is worth our while. It's worth our risk. But we have convulsion of needs. What is happening to electricity generation, distribution, and consumption? We have to do that in order to energize the economy. To me, I will recommend putting a committee in place to really do some follow-up on these items listed. I'll look into more details. If I continue itemizing each one by one, we might live here until mid-break. I just don't want to bore you. I want to recognize your thinking in these papers. I want to promise you that I will continue to do my best we are about concluding the Sokoto Badagry studies. How many dams are on the way along the line that can help the irrigation of the north and assure food security? We have to be more details in our developmental programs. We must search for results. Can we create over 1 million arable lands along that route? Yes. And for every 5 possible employees on 1 hectare of farm, that is 5 times 1 million. Nigeria can do it. It's a matter of careful thinking and doing. And you have very brilliant people that are working with me. You have Atiku Bagudu doing a plan. Very cerebral, very concerned. And I can tell you he's a civilized man. So, if I use the excitement that I have this evening to continue, we might not end this. Okay? Let me just take the paper from you and other details and assign the SGF to do the follow-up on the committee basis, so that we take the lines of things we must do. We are working on gas, energy. That's why AKK is necessary. Yes. But CNG, that will reduce the consumption of petroleum, they are at it again. The effort of this government will yield this result, inshallah. And I must tell you, take back to the National Assembly, they are collaborating and cooperating very well. If they ask for your vote and support again, please give to them. Because I'm coming back to with the hope and determination that Nigeria will excel. I promise you. We will work harder. Give Nigeria, and particularly the North, the priority that you are seeking. To reflect the economic growth and opportunity and promote the North. It's not a crime. It's for us to do things ourselves. AIDS will not do it. Grants, will not do it. We have to invest in us and build this economy to a great height. I want to say thank you very much for listening to me. I promise you, I will work 2-3 times harder to and triple your confidence. Thank you very much for listening.